Alright, y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but this is how you do a one-man board and batten install. It's 30 feet up. So I think I got a method here. So to start off with, I bought these are actual 1-inch by 12-inch boards. He said he could do 3/4 inch, and I was stupid and said, nah, do 1-inch, because that'll be less warping. Yeah, and heavier. So there's no way you can carry these up by hand and also not die. So I have a deer hoist pulley, and I'm hoisting each one of them up. So I'm going to show you how I do that. First I sanded one side and just put some Thompson water seal on it. I didn't add any color or anything, so this is just a clear coat, oil-based stain. And I also did the battens the same way. So start off with just an overhand loop, right? And I just pass the loop through, or let's see, let me see if I can do this with one hand. I don't have a camera crew either. So, okay, so you pass it around behind the board, okay? And I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just gonna pass this end through the loop, all right? And let me show you this little trick that I learned at the phone company. When you're hauling stuff through a pipe, it also works for hauling stuff up in the air, okay? So you just make one pass through there. Then I'm gonna take this loop. This is on one of my videos too. It's called a, I don't know, cable hitch is what I call it. Okay, you just loop your thumb, and then this end is gonna go around back behind the board and then back through where my thumb is. Okay, I'm not gonna show you all that. I'll show you the finished product, but you do that 2 or 3 times, so hold on. Okay, so here's all tied off. Just did an overhand loop, hooked it to my pulley, and I'm gonna go up top and bring it up and show you how I do the rest of it. Okay, so I'm up here, 24 feet up. There's your 30-foot mark. And what's nice is I just have this this lag screw. It's about an 8-inch long lag screw, and this is tongue and groove 2x6 decking. And what's nice is there's always a groove to insert that screw, you know, the eye bolt in there, and then just hang your pulley from it. So and then you can just pull that thing up. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, what I can't show you is I tie off my rope here. Okay, this is tied off to the scaffolding, and I tied it off after I pushed the board into place. You can see I've got this 1-inch spacer, and it's just held on with one nail. This gets my spacing right. I don't know if you can see, but I also have a 4-foot level, so I make sure that each board is independently level from the others in case there's some warp or something, so I don't misalign them. And then, so what I do is I have this pulley tied off to the place where when I push this board into place, okay, it's gonna fit tight. I mean, and the rope's gonna hold it in place while I nail it. I just need one nail to hold it in place, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so one nail is holding this in place, and now I can loosen my pulley and use that as a pivot point and level the whole thing up. So I'm just gonna untie my knot, undo my pulley, I'll put the rest of this in place. You can see down below, I'll get to that part in a minute, how I straighten those out. I forgot to mention that I cut that angle while it was on the ground, and so much easier down there. Do everything you can on the ground. Okay, so the bottom, mostly what I'm doing is I'm just following the log as best I can. Need to fix that, but with the battens, I just center them over that gap because I already measured it. I already plumbed it. I mean, it's already perpendicular. So all I got to do is make sure that this board is exactly in the middle of that, and then I'm putting a nail exactly in the middle in between the boards, and it's going into that cleat that's underneath there. Well, you can see the cleat that's sticking out over there. But anyway, battens are probably the easy part. But and we're in uncharted territory. There's, you know, if we had really straight logs, which you can see we don't, we would just cut all the battens and boards exactly level, going all the way across. We just shoot a line and go straight across. But since we have a log that's curved, we can either have a gap and chink it, or we can just follow the curve of the log. If we follow the curve of the log, then later if we hate it and change our mind and say, nah, we want it straight, we can cut it off. You can't uncut wood. So we decided to leave it long, so we'll see how that looks. Anyway, that's me installing board and batten.